so much pain and misery. That's because that's why it was designed that way. It was designed to do that very thing. But for all of that to change, all the people have to know what's been going on, who's been responsible for it going on, and turning, making a U-turn from where maybe you were yesterday or right now. Make that U-turn and say, I'm going to be responsible for making a change. It is time. Hey, bud. It is time for all of us to work in unity, to unify your family, to unify your church, to unify everything around you and everyone around you. Y'all, I want to tell you something. It's our responsibility to make that happen at this point. Donald Trump ain't going nowhere. It's just a new role, new position, if you will. Magnified. Oh, magnified. Supernaturally magnified. Our military, God has given our military such might for that reason right there, is to be able to stand up and say, this is the way it is, and this is the way it's going to be. Now, we don't want to force people. It's like again, I said in one of the other videos, you can't drag people across that sea bottom. Now, you can carry them, if you can carry the wounded, but you can't drag the ones that don't know the truth. You know, it's interesting when we talk about the Red Sea and we talk about Moses. You know, Moses argued with God about that calling. You know, he said, God, I can't do this. You know, I don't have any power to do this. I can't talk. I stuttered. He stuttered. And once he understood that he was exactly right, God said, great, Moses, you've got it now. You can't, but I can. And we will. Guys, that's what he's telling us right now. No, you can't on your own, but we can. Oh, you see the power in that, y'all? You see the power in that. God is reaching out to us, y'all. He loves you. He loves this planet. This planet is special to him, always has been. He had special purpose for it. And, you know, we've failed miserably. And that's all behind us now. Once we go to God and get that straightened out, that has to be done, y'all. You have to go before the Father. Do the things that you know must be done. And after that, y'all, it's a clean slate for all of us. A clean slate. What you know to be true and right. That right there, y'all, once we all get that, that's where that unity comes in that we're looking for. That unity of this planet. Once that begins to happen, y'all, oh, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. You know, if you're reading the Bible a little bit and find out what the Garden of Eden was, what it was all about. Well, that's what planet Earth was meant to be. Was that kind of beauty and just, you know, that's what God intended planet Earth to be, was Garden of Eden. Y'all, that's a powerful thing right there. Well, you see, God knows no time, so I mean, these 2,000 years we're talking about, over 2,000 years we're talking about, y'all. It's like a day to him. He talks about time in Scripture, and that's exactly what he says. 1,000 years is like a day. There is no time. So what seems like such a long time to us is nothing to him. And once you get a grasp on what's really going on and grab onto what I'm trying to share with you, y'all, I don't come up with this stuff on my own. I guarantee you I don't. I can't. You know, I'm just like you. If I didn't have that communication with Abba Father like I do, and like you should, and like most of you do, and those of you that don't, I know you want it. You can. There's nothing complicated about it. You know, it's there. It's available. God just wants you to take it and accept it. And go to him and say, oh, Father, I'll go, Lord. I'll go. That's all he asked for. That's all he asked for. Tell the Lord. Tell the Father. God, I'll go. God, use me. I love it. So I used to say it all the time. Oh, Lord, melt me. Oh, Lord, mold me. Melt me, mold me.